What's going on, everybody? Rogue here, coming at you with episode 16 of Death Note. Before I get into this, for anyone who hasn't seen my Hunter x Hunter episode 16, if you wanted to see my foster dog, head on over to that video and check her out. She was featured. She was reacting to it with me. I decided to put her into her kennel for this reaction because she was falling asleep, and I don't know. I'm assuming the reactions in this on Death Note are just gonna be like wild, and I'm gonna be kind of loud, and she won't be able to be, or she won't be able to sleep. I thought it was just best if I let her sleep. She will not be featured in this reaction. Anyways, the episode recap for the last episode, or the pre-discussion. We had L investigating pieces of evidence, I think, from the envelopes that contained the tapes that Misa sent in. And then we had L go on the offense, and he ended up appearing at Light's university. He went back to school. Yeah, that was like Light had no prior knowledge of this attack, or of this move, I should say, this strategic move. And fucking Misa, which is, by the way, the name I've given to the puppy. The puppy I'm fostering is Misa Amane. And so fucking Misa comes in, and God, she just can't follow Light's instructions. Light said, I'm gonna be the only one initiating contact. And this girl fucking goes out of her way to surprise him at school. You do not surprise Light, okay? Don't surprise Light. This boy has everything planned out in his head, and you fucking doing a little pop in and just fucking ruins everything. And so, shit got fucked for Light real fast. Light was like, hey, now Misa can see his real name, and I can be the one to kill L. And so he was kind of excited in that moment, but L was even more excited in that moment, and it turns out that they ended up taking Misa into custody for being under suspicion of being the second Kira. And fuck, man, that shit was just fucked. She's like tied up, she's gagged, she can't move. Like, that's it. She wasn't gagged initially, but like she's blindfolded. Like, they're trying to cover all their bases so that they don't know how she kills. And so I think they just don't want to give her any kind of opportunity to be able to kill them. And so it makes sense. But man, it was hard to watch. Honestly, it was really fucking hard to watch. And then she started saying like, kill me, kill me, kill me. If you're not going to do it, then I'll do it myself. And that's when they gagged her. And I think she was saying kill me to Rem. She wanted her Shinigami to kill her. And what ended up happening was she ended up forfeiting ownership of her Death Note so that she would have no knowledge of these crimes. And so she, like, I don't know, she wouldn't be able to confess to anything, no matter what kind of torture they put her through. She wouldn't be able to confess because she wouldn't have that knowledge anymore. But she would still know that she loves Light. Like, that whole scene was fucking heartbreaking. Like, it was hard to watch. Rem then went to Light and gave him, like, filled him in as to what is happening with Misa, and that she forfeited ownership. And she said, like, if you don't get Misa out of this, I'm going to kill you. Light seemed like he knew that was the inevitability that it was going to come down to. That he would have to save Misa in order to save his own life. And then at the end of the episode, he said, like, I guess this is farewell, Ryuk. And so he's going to be forfeiting ownership of his Death Note as well. And so I guess he won't have any knowledge of being Kira. He won't have any knowledge of doing all these things. I guess that's just like a safety precaution. So that any... Same deal that Misa did. Like, any torture that they put him through, he won't be able to spill the beans in any way. I don't understand where the show is going to go from here. Like, who are they going to be going after? If Misa and Light don't have any knowledge of being Kira, then, like, I don't get it. I don't know how long they can possibly interrogate Light. Like, if he forfeits ownership, I'm assuming he's gonna be in a similar situation as Misa is, where he's like tied up and he has no freedom whatsoever. I'm wondering how long they can keep him in captivity. Like, obviously his name isn't gonna be cleared because he's Kira, and so Kira, like, the people, I don't know, like, he could pre-write names in the Death Note since he knows he's gonna be taken in or some shit like that. Like, he knows that he's gonna be, I feel like he knows he's fucked. And so he could pre-write names, but that's not gonna clear him because L knows that he can control the time of death as well. And so, like, I'm not really sure where they can go with this. I don't know. No new people are gonna be killed. Unless, like, Rem or Ryuk are writing names in the Death Note for like, new criminals that are announced. See, that doesn't make sense because, like, they have to be announced on the news. Like, Light has to be locked up and Misa has to be locked up and they can't have any access to the news. And people who are, like, newly being broadcast on the news have to be being killed, I feel like, to clear their name. The only way I can think of this going down is if he, like, tells Rem, or I'm not, like, Ryuk doesn't give two shits, so I don't think Ryuk is going to play along whatsoever. But I think Rem might play along. And so he might tell Rem that, hey, look, you're going to have to kill so-and-so and so-and-so. But, like, that would include her having to, like, watch TV. Or, like, how does that work? Like, that's not going to fucking work. Like, is she going to have to go to a news station and then as they're actually doing, like, the live news, she's gonna have to be, like, killing these people during, like, the live news broadcast? Is that how, like, that's the only way I can think of this going down. That's the only way that Light can clear his name, is if people who have been, like, recently broadcast on the news get killed, while Light and Misa have no knowledge of this stuff. That's the only way that I can think that his name can be cleared of being Kira. I don't know. That's like my one prediction for this episode, I guess. And so let's see how it goes. Let's just get right into this reaction because I'm dying to see this episode. It should be fucking dope. Let's get into this. 3, 2, 1.
I hereby relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Take care of her. You gave your word.
Was that Misa's Death Note?
Mr. Stalker? Hello, mister? Where are you right now?
Wait, did he have to relinquish ownership for her?
Stalker? Where'd you get that?
I never thought the Death Note I gave you would end up buried and abandoned.
Listen, Ryu.
Oh, he buried his own note.
I'm just hiding it, but it stays mine. Until the next time you hear me say the following words. Get rid of it. When I say that, regardless of the context, assume that I want to relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
Got it.
Huh.
When you apprehended Misa Amane, you made it clear that she was a suspect, am I correct?
Yes.
We'd already made so much progress with her, I actually thought she'd crack. Why is she suddenly talking about a stalker?
Before you passed out, you barely spoke, and you even asked me to kill you. And now you're claiming ignorance?
I mean, you're the one who knocked me out and then brought me here, remember?
So she's lost all memory of this shit.
Do you know why I'm detaining you here? You must have some idea.
Because I'm a celebrity, obviously.
Hey, Amane! No one's buying this, so cut it out!
Oh, this is scary. What's going on? I need to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom again, okay?
It's only been 4 minutes since you last went to the bathroom. I'm afraid you'll have to hold it.
4 minutes.
Plus, you'd be able to watch. Isn't that what you want? Isn't it? You pervert!
I'm a pervert? Do you know who Light Yagami is? And if so, why did you approach him?
What do you mean? How could I not know my own boyfriend?
She was so tight-lipped about it earlier, and now she's openly admitting he's her boyfriend. Good timing, it's Light.
Are you saying my son's coming here?
Oh shit.
Ryuzaki, like I said over the phone, I could be Kira.
No, Light!
What?
What are you talking about? Why would you even say something like that?
You're gonna give your dad another fucking heart attack, man.
Yagami
He is Kira, so why come here to announce that you could be Kira? It's an act. There's no could be about it. You are Kira.
He seems pretty sure that I'm Kira. We know El's never been wrong before.
What are you saying, Light? Stop this!
Ray Pember. It was me he was investigating immediately before he died. And I was in Aoyama on May 22nd. Also, I'm the first person in the Kanto region that Misa, the alleged second Kira, approached. If I were in El's place, even I would have come to the same
He's gonna feign ignorance?
You see, subconsciously, I might be Kira. If that were the case, I could be him and not even know it.
No, Light.
What?
I see. So you're not conscious of it, huh?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. I'd never kill someone, but unconsciously, who knows what I'm capable of? Another me could be killing people as I sleep.
I'm afraid that's not possible. Well, I never mentioned this to you, but at one point I had hidden surveillance cameras installed in your room for 5 days.
He knew.
Cameras?
He knew already, though.
All it proved was that if you were Kira, no amount of camera surveillance would reveal that fact.
Wouldn't reveal that fact, huh?
This was premeditated. It's no accident you chose to do this now. Well, what if we incarcerate you for a while? Imprison you like we did Amane? If criminals whose names are made public keep dying, then it would lead us to think that you're innocent.
Oh, I like that. He's not actually talking.
Is that how you imagined it?
But the coffee person is talking. His reflection in the coffee is talking.
I need you to fully restrain Light Yagami and place him in solitary confinement.
What? You can't!
If we're gonna do this, then it has to happen immediately. From this point on, you can't be allowed to go anywhere where I can't see you.
This is crazy. There's no way my son could be Kira. My son's not capable of...
It's okay, Dad. As long as I'm having these doubts, I can't work with you to catch Kira. But Ryuzaki, promise me this. Until you can say with absolute certainty that I'm not Kira, you cannot set me free, no matter what I might say or what condition I might be in.
You have my word. Aizawa, please take him away.
They don't know how Kira kills. And so he can totally get away with this bullshit fucking explanation. This subconscious nonsense.
Next, I just have to get rid of the notebook.
Well, he's nowhere near as tied up as Misa is.
Ryuzaki, I'd like to request that you take me off this investigation. I've thought about it, and the fact is that we're holding my son Light as a prime suspect. Given that, it's not appropriate for me to be here.
I agree with you. We can't let personal feelings get in the way.
And, in truth, if the task force concludes that my son is Kira, I don't know what I'd be capable of.
Yes, I'll agree with you there. To be honest, I wondered what you might do. I believe you'd kill your son and then yourself.
Ryuzaki, I will ask that you confine me as well. At the moment, I'm calm. But to be honest, I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
I thought you might say that, so I spoke with Watari. He's made arrangements.
He knows exactly what's going on in Light's dad's head.
Your confinement will be different. You will keep your cell phone turned on and maintain regular contact with family and friends. We won't tell Light about this. If he does call you at some point, he must be made to believe that you're still at headquarters. We'll be giving you continuous updates on the investigation so you'll know what's happening.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Man, this is fucking rough, dude.
I feel so sorry for the chief right now.
Yeah, man. The chief has it the fucking hardest. This is fucked.
What's happening? Have any new criminals been identified? Anyone that Kira would be likely to target? If so, has he killed any of them?
In fact, quite a few criminals' names have been broadcast recently. But since you've been detained, we haven't had one report of a criminal being killed by Kira.
Wait, no one's been killed? Really?
Yes.
I see.
I thought the murders would continue even after Light was confined. Instead, they stopped completely. If this continues, it'll only strengthen the argument that he is Kira.
I just have to get through this, no matter what.
I can't see the chief, man.
He's taking this harder than Light or Misa.
Well, what do you expect? It's been 5 days since Light was put in prison. And look, not a single criminal whose name has been broadcast was killed.
Mr. Yagami,
What is it? Is it good news? Is it bad news?
Oh, this hurts, man. I can't fucking watch this.
Perhaps you should rest in a more comfortable place.
Impossible! What makes you think I care where I am? It won't change anything. With the state I'm in now, this is the best place for me. And no matter what the result, when I leave here, it's going to be with my son.
I understand.
This is fucked, man. This is so fucked.
Light, you've only been here for 1 week.
Now that I've come this far, I think it's about time. I know I must look pretty bad in here, but this useless pride, I suppose I'll have to. Get rid of it. Huh? Got it. Later.
Just like that.
Why am I doing this? I don't belong here. Ryuzaki.
Man, the look in his eye is so fucking different.
And that I asked you to put me in here, but I just realized something important. This whole thing's completely pointless. Because I'm not Kira. Just hear me out. I swear to you, I'm not.
What is the plan here, Light?
I am not Kira. I must have been framed. That's the only explanation for this.
This does not look good for you.
Yagami, what you're saying is completely absurd, but for some reason it feels believable to me.
You have to let me out. We're wasting time.
Day 15, I'm assuming.
What's going on? I just heard 2 weeks worth of criminals were just murdered all at once. It happened yesterday.
Yeah, Kira is back.
Guess what, Chief? Kira started killing again.
What? Then that means my son. I shouldn't be happy that people have been killed, but at least Light's name will finally be cleared.
Well, he's in the gray.
Did you hear what I just
He's
said?
in the grave.
Hell of a lot better than being completely guilty. Thank God.
Let's tell Light. Matsuda!
I mean, please don't, Mr. Matsuda. We shouldn't tell him about this. Hello, Light.
What is it, Ryuzaki?
You've been in here just over 2 weeks and not a single new criminal has been punished. Now, why make this harder than it has to be? Are you ready to confess?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm telling you, you're wrong. I understand why you feel that way, but even if the evidence does point to me, I swear to you, this is a setup. I am not Kira. You tell me, do these look like the eyes of someone who is lying?
Fuck, why is this show giving me chills?
I don't understand what's going on here.
No! No! What's going on, everybody? That was episode 16 of Death Note. And that was fucking awesome. What the fuck is gonna happen in this show? What is happening in this show? Like, oh my god. Exactly like L's last fucking sentence in this show. I don't understand what's happening. Like, that is... yeah, that fucking sums it up. I don't understand what's happening, man. This is crazy. Jeez. Anyways, let's do the episode breakdown. So, Misa is still, like, tied up. She is, like, she's blindfolded, she's tied up, I think she's, like, chained up too and shit. Like, she has no freedom whatsoever. And then it showed that Light relinquished ownership of a Death Note, and then he gave that Death Note to Rem. And I think in that moment is when Misa lost all of her memories of the Death Note. Like, him relinquishing ownership of the Death Note somehow was tied into her own memories of the Death Note. And so as soon as he relinquished ownership, she lost all of her memories. Everything just, like, reverted back into this, like, what are these stalkers doing? Like, these pervert stalkers are just super into me, and they've taken me, and they've chained me up into this, because of this, like, fantasy thing that they're doing with Misa Amane, like, the model that she is. Like, in that moment, she lost, like, all memories, like everything pertaining to Kira. Like, when they took her in, they said that, like, you're being taken in because we suspect you of being the second Kira. And as soon as she relinquished ownership of the Death Note, she didn't have any memories of that either, which I thought was odd, because like when Light relinquished ownership of his Death Note, he still retained memory like the memories of him wanting to be put in this confinement. Like, it's weird how she has no memory of it, and Light has some memories of I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know. Like, maybe they'll explain it in one of the next episodes, but if they don't, strictly if they don't, then please let me know what exactly are the memories that they keep and what exactly are the memories that they lose. Like, I don't understand how Light is still able to retain the memories of him thinking that he's Kira, like subconsciously thinking that he's Kira, and him proposing that he should be locked up. And I don't understand like why he's able to remember that. And so let me know in the comments down below how that works if they don't cover it in a future episode. Anyways, continuing on, it showed that Light buried his Death Note, and he relinquished ownership of Misa's Death Note. And so when he buried his Death Note, he told Ryuk that when he says the words, "get rid of it," that is an indication to Ryuk that he wants to relinquish ownership of his Death Note, regardless of the context that he says those words. And so, it's very clever, I want to say. Like, the fact that he went into this cell and he waited. Like, he didn't just get rid of it immediately. He waited a week so that it seemed believable. It seems like he's trying to, is it some kind of, like, I don't want to say it's like a virus that's spreading from one person to the next, but like it's some kind of like maybe like a mind control, because they don't, the task force doesn't understand how Kira is killing. And so I can understand, like, it's believable that he can kind of spin it in whatever way he wants. And so I think he's trying to spin it in a way that like he's being mind controlled by someone or something. Or maybe that Shinigami that they reference is some kind of like mind controlling spirit or being, or like he's being possessed or something. And so like I don't know, like I don't fully understand, but like he had to wait a week so that when he did the get rid of it thing, like when he said the phrase get rid of it, it seemed like that possession left him and is now going to someone else, or it's like finding someone else, or something like I don't understand how they're supposed to piece that all together. But like just based off of Misa, how she like boom, lost all memory. Now like she just like, it just seems like night and day between like maybe she was being possessed and in that moment the spirit left her and like she regained consciousness in that moment, and then she was like, what, like where am I, who are you all? Like that's the only thing that kind of makes sense in my head. And so Light did the same thing, but he waited a week so that it seemed more believable, in the sense that like this possessed spirit, like this spirit that's possessing him is kind of like, it didn't think it would go like this. And so now that thing doesn't think that Light's gonna get out, it has no other choice but to leave his body. And so in that moment, after a week, he's just gone, like, or that spirit is gone. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. That's the only, I don't know. There's so many questions. There's so many fucking questions with this episode. I just don't understand how this is supposed to go down. What the hell is Light thinking? I really hope we get a full explanation of what Light's plan is at some point, because like, this is fucking crazy. Like, what's going on here? And then at some point it turned out that Kira killed like 2 weeks worth of criminals all at once. And what? The only thing I can think of is that Rem, it has to be Rem. Like, I don't think Rem went back to the Shinigami world. Rem has to be in on this. Rem is the only one who really cares if Misa gets out. And so whatever Light's plan is, I feel like he told Rem the plan, and he probably said, like, you have to wait a week, or you have to wait, I think it was 2 weeks when Kira, it was 15 days. It was 15 days, right? It was 15, like, he must have told Rem, wait X amount of days, and then start killing people, and kill this, like, he told her to wait, like maybe he said, like, wait 2 weeks, and then kill 2 weeks worth of people all at once, so that it seems believable that there was some kind of spirit possessing Light, and now that spirit has left Light and it's found someone else, now that person is the new Kira and killing, or something, like, oh my, it doesn't make sense. Like, what's his name? I think his name was Matsuda. Matsuda said, like, he told the chief that Kira is just resting. I don't get it. I don't understand what that, like, of course, none of the other investigators are as smart as L. Maybe in their eyes, like, Kira was just resting, but, like, I feel like Light is trying to make it seem like it was a possession kind of a deal. Because once you lose ownership of the Death Note, you kind of, like, go dumb towards it. Like, you don't know what the hell is happening. At least that's what it seems like in Misa's case. And so I'm not sure. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't fucking understand what's going on. I feel like Light is trying to make it like he definitely teamed up with Rem to try and make it seem like this like, I don't get it, like Kira has moved on to someone new. And I feel like it's just Rem that killed all these people. That's the theory I'm going with for now, is that he's teamed up with Rem, and we just don't, like, the viewers just don't know what Light told Rem, and we don't know what the plan is. I think, like, Light, I feel like is gonna be cleared of suspicion. Once he's cleared of suspicion, then we're gonna get the exposition of what he told Rem, of what the plan is. And so I'm really looking forward to what this plan is. It seems, I feel like I have to be in the general I have to be in the ballpark. It seems like she just got her to kill people after a certain period of time. And so after a week, Light decided to give up ownership, and it took a week for this possesses, like, this spirit to find a new, like, a suitable new Kira. And so then the spirit of Kira felt the need to kill the people that it wasn't able to kill over those 2 weeks of being confined. And so that's the theory I'm going with anyways. I think I pretty much covered everything. Like, I feel so fucking bad for the chief. Like, Jesus Christ, that was really, really hard to watch. Like, he was losing it. He was losing it. God, fucking crazy. This was a crazy ass episode. Jesus. Good episode. Super fucking good episode. I'm so, like, I can't wait for the next one. It is gonna be so fucking awesome. I really want to know what Light's plan is. I loved Ryuk's exit, where he was like, see ya, or something like that. He was like, bye. And he would just walk through the wall, and that was it. It's gone. He's gone. Like, that's it. Again, I don't think Ryuk is involved in this plan, because I'm pretty sure, like, his Death Note is buried. And so maybe he'll go and just retrieve the buried Death Note and leave. But, like, I feel like Light buried it for a reason. And so, it has to come back at some point. Like, or else he could have just given it to Ryuk and said, like, hold this for me, or some shit like that, until I say get rid of it, and then you can leave. But, like, I feel like he strategically buried that shit so that it can come back in the future. As of right now, Light has lost all memory of being Kira. And so he gave that little spiel of, this is stupid, like this is a mistake. This is, like, I'm not Kira, and so why would, like, this we're wasting time. Like, I love that whole, like, panicked explanation that he gave to L. And L was like, this can't be real, but why does it sound so believable? And so, like, I loved it. Like, I loved everything about this episode. I fucking loved it. I felt really, really bad for the Chief, because like throughout this whole episode, he was just like in distress. Like he was so fucking, like he lost it in that cell. He was like, is it good news? Is it bad news? Don't, like, oh my god, that hit me in the feels, dude. That killed me. Man, the voice acting in this show is so fucking good, man. I can't get over it. Like, everyone, it does such a good job. So fucking good. I wonder, like, how long they're gonna keep them confined now that people are dying again. Like, I think it's been 15 days now, and so I don't understand what L's plan is by not telling Light that people have started dying again. Maybe he suspects that, like, this is all an act, and by telling Light that people haven't started dying yet, maybe his plan has backfired or something like that. I don't know how he can prove his innocence at this point. Like, how can they go about proving that Light and Misa are innocent? Or, like, they can't be innocent. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around this. I don't understand what's gonna happen. I don't understand how this is gonna go down. Lots of question marks. Lots of what the hell's happening. I don't get it. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here with my sheer confusion. I'm gonna end it right here. If you like this reaction, or if you want to catch the rest of my Death Note reactions or Hunter x Hunter reactions, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace!